Whoa.
Pro hockey is tough.
Well, so you got to move your feet, lift your feet up.
Just ask Braxton Wiley.
I don't know how to skate yet.
That's okay, we're going to teach you. You got it. Feel okay?
Yeah.
Better than the other one? Now you look good.
Who inked his first pro contract today with the Thunderbolts.
Can we ski now?
He woke up this morning, tried to wake up at 4:30, wanting to come see his team and to come practice with them.
Okay? There you go.
Okay.
He was great. He was a trooper. He was hanging in there the entire time when we were waiting to sign his contract. He was asking, are we going to practice? Are we going to practice? Are we going to practice?
I'm going to try skiing.
But toughness comes naturally.
There you go. That's better.
For a 7-year-old who's tackled 8 brain surgeries.
He had his first brain surgery at age 3. He is diagnosed with Arnold-Chiari malformation, hydrocephalus, syringomyelia, cerebral palsy, along with multiple other minor conditions like ADHD.
He's such an amazing kid, such a strong kid, and we're so proud of him. And it's a great lesson for all of us that there's a lot more to life than just the game itself.
You're flying!
I'm doing it! Mommy, I'm doing it!
But not even brain surgery could stop Braxton from hitting the ice.
How he's going?
With his new team.
That's a goal! Everybody put our hands in the air! Nice goal, buddy!
Yeah.
I would never think he would ever get to skate. And just to see him out there, it's just so heartfelt and so great that it's just like, can't even really describe it, how awesome it is. He used to call them the boys, and after that, he says, I want to go see my team.
Thank you. That was nice.
And as for his hockey skills,
Nice goal, buddy!
Yeah.
these guys better watch out.
Do you think you're going to score some goals?
Yeah.
How many?
I did 1,000.
In Evansville, Jessica Wimsatt,
Oh, he definitely will never forget this day.
Eyewitness News.
Bye. See you later. Shoot.
It started as a dream,
I don't know how everybody else feels about it. I can just tell you how I feel, and it's special.
one you might say Chester Thomas was destined to have.
I grew up in Greenville, Kentucky, a little coal mine town in Muhlenberg County. My family were coal miners, and I took that trail, went to UK. I spent way too much time at Keeneland, and my father had some horses. Started taking me to Ellis Park when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. So again, I got other horses to feed.
But these days, Chester's dream
If you don't say this is where you want to be, or you don't dream this is where you want to be, you're lying.
and his reality
By a lot of luck, really.
are identical.
40,000 horses a year born.
His horse, by my standards,
20 of them make it to the Derby.
racing in the Kentucky Derby.
You always dream about it, think about it, but do you think it's going to happen to you? I mean, when you really go back and look at the numbers, 40,000, 20 horses, I mean, that's takes so much luck. And so I always hoped that it would happen, but I never really thought it was a reality. It would ever be a reality.
That reality's still sinking in.
It's a big deal.
A lifelong dream seeming much more possible.
If we can get to Derby, great, but I don't want to go to the Derby with a horse just to say we went. I don't have to check that box, but I want to go with a horse that we can win with. And this guy's a good athlete, and he's incredibly smart.
I've been doing this over 25 years, and you always dream to get to this point. But I've never been one just wanted to be a participant. I wanted to come to the Derby with a horse that I thought had a chance to win. And we think he's actually got a chance to win it.
An ending filled with roses.
Kentucky Derby is the race.
Too perfect to even imagine.
To get a horse like this that I think's got a chance to win the Derby is overwhelming. And to really think about it in reality that you even win it, yeah, it'd take a while to sink in, I'm sure.
Can you even imagine what that would feel like?
No. But I can tell you they need to get a harness and chains to tie us down, because we're going to be pretty excited.
From Churchill Downs,
Oh, I got some peppermint.
Jessica Wimsatt,
Yeah, they're down there. Here, I'll get you one.
Eyewitness News. Morton's Gap, Kentucky. Population 846.
We got a restaurant, we got a lawnmower shop, a bank, a barber shop, a couple more business, a couple beauty shops, and what have you.
And in the center of the little town, its heart and soul.
People's going to get together. It don't matter if it's somebody's garage or front porch.
It's a place to be here in town.
A step back in time at Joe's Barber Shop.
We can hang out here and the coffee's free. You go across the street to the restaurant, it's $2 a cup. You know, it don't cost nothing to hang out here. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, it's a friendly place. You know, it's just somewhere people come and shoot the bull.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go in Morton's Gap, right, for one. And, like I said, Joe gave me my first haircut several years ago. And it's just like family here. You know, we're all like a family, really.
You just come in, you sit down, you talk. And, you know, this whole place, there's just an energy to it. And, you know, you can just, it's a great place to be.
You can find a little bit of everything at Joe's.
This is probably 1939 or 41. The headline says, Jackets upset Morton's Gap 25-24 in a fast ball game Friday. It's a fast game. It's 25-24.
Stories hidden in decades of treasures.
What do you do when you run out of room where to put stuff?
We just put stuff on top of stuff.
All the newspapers on the wall, all these pictures and stuff, there's a rack, everything. It's, you know, I've seen this since I've been growing up. You know, this is just normal. But, you know, I understand what you mean. You know, there's a lot of sports history in here. My dad is the sports historian, you know. I mean, he can tell you about dudes I've never even heard of, but it'll give you their whole biography.
It's like a museum of history and basketball and coal, football.
Is there anything else like this around here or, you know, anywhere in this region?
No, absolutely not. Applebee's tries to have some stuff on the wall, but it's nothing like, they don't have this much history. There's nowhere else in the county that has this much history.
Good times.
What's the oldest thing you have in here?
The oldest
Probably
thing?
that stuff over there.
I don't know.
Jim right there.
Yeah, Jim's probably the oldest thing I got in here right now.
Among even better friends.
We usually make it in here every day. Yeah, a lot of us are the regulars. There's 5 or 6 of us in here, but every day, and especially on ball games.
And of course, a fresh cut and shave.
Well, I'm the cheapest. I ain't real fancy on that haircut, honey, but I'm the cheapest. Most people, they care less what it looks like, as long as you get it close, as long as you're the cheapest.
And when fall rolls around, all centered around one thing: football.
You know, having that behind you, it makes you play better, it makes you want to win better. Yeah, it gives you a motor. It just, you know, everything, it just puts everything at a higher level.
It's completely different than anything I've ever been a part of. Like, this whole community, they come together, and no matter whether you win or lose, they're going to always have your back. And it's a great feeling.
So the next time you're in Morton's Gap, swing by Joe's for a special look back in time. Or at least just a cup of coffee.
You know, it ain't nothing special. You know, it's the thing. Like I'm telling you, it's the only place. You know, you can hang out for free. You ain't got to spend no money in here. And if you want a haircut, it's going to cost you some money, you know. But I'd rather these guys be hanging out down here than sitting down here by myself twiddling my thumbs, you know what I mean?
This is Josh, or as his friends call him.
His nickname is the Doctor. Yeah, he's the Doc.
And this is his paradise.
He's got his own personality. You know, Madden in the NFL, and you got Marv Albert in the NBA, and you got Harry Carey in baseball, and he's without question our Harry Carey. It's infectious being around him.
He comes prepared. He knows the kids. He knows the names. He asks how to pronounce names. So he's not your average sophomore in high school when he does it. He's got a little polish to him.
I think he's the glue that the team.
There's no denying what Josh does in the press box is impressive, especially for someone with autism.
When he was younger, he had a lot of issues, almost like shyness, and I think with exposure to people and getting used to talking to people, he's not that way anymore. If he sees you, he's going to say hi.
Josh, he had trouble talking until he was about 5 years old, and I always say now he just doesn't shut up. But yeah, like, I feel like if you go up to him, you wouldn't really be able to tell just having a conversation with him. I don't know, he's just such a strong person to be able to overcome all he's overcome. I just think he's been able to get past it.
But to the doc and those around him, having autism is no big deal. His smile, on the other hand, highly contagious.
I just love to see the people out here just do my job in front of my friends and family. Just having to get them to see me up there is a pretty cool experience.
Doesn't have any strangers. He knows everybody. Once he meets you, he's friend for life. Some people call him the mayor of the ballpark.
It's awesome because you can be having a bad day and you go talk to him and it just makes it better. Having him around is just, I know I said it a bunch, it's awesome because he's just a great person. He makes my day brighter every day.
Number 13, Zach Coast.
In Evansville, Jessica Wimsatt.
He's basically the team's captain and my older brother.
Eyewitness News.
Lock out. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dr. Harlan Vanover isn't your typical 94-year-old.
I work out at least 3 or 4 times a week for a couple of hours. I do it because I like it.
Because this 94-year-old wears a 6th-degree black belt.
I started this in 1981 as a white belt. I asked my instructors, do you think there's any logical reason why I can't continue and move into the senior ranks? The response was, well, you can, but you're probably going to have to work considerably harder than some people because your age is going to be baggage you have to support.
So for nearly 4 decades, he's carried that baggage, counting belts and birthdays along the way.
Let me try this.
Now, just a week before he turns 95, he's become a master instructor, the oldest martial artist to ever receive that honor.
I don't worry about it. I figure that I'll do the best I can. And of course, that's one of the tenets of ATA, always do the best you can. And by doing that, you don't have time to worry about how old you are. If I did, I'd have probably been dead years ago. Because my dear doctor says, Dr. Vanover, of all my patients, over 50 years old, you're the best, most healthy I got. Yeah!
And this young-hearted 94-year-old isn't slowing down anytime soon. Don't believe me? Just ask him.
My next go.
7th degree, 5 more years.
Oh, 5, is that all?
5 more years, that's all we got.
That's
Yep.
good.